everyone, it is Mr Sheffield here with a Science Week video about explosions. Well, it's not about explosions. We are going to be creating some gas. We're going to be making some big events happen, and before we do that, I do have to make sure that if you are going to attempt anything that you see in this video, please, with like cherries on top and cream and sugar and everything, please make sure you have an adult to help you out with these and to supervise you. Now, it is really easy. You only need 2 ingredients to do this experiment. The first one is called acetic acid, otherwise known as vinegar. I'm sure you've got some vinegar in your house. The other ingredient is called sodium bicarbonate, which is otherwise called baking powder. And with these 2 simple ingredients, we are going to make something called carbon dioxide, which, if you don't know, is actually in the air all around us already, but we're going to make a lot of it in a very small space. So I'm going to show you how that works first. I'm going to show you what the simple reaction is, and then we're going to make it a bit more impressive. Okay, so first, I've got a just plain old bottle. The bigger the bottle, the better, really, for being able to make sure that it contains what we're about to do. And I've got a balloon here. Now, in this balloon, I've got some of my sodium bicarbonate already in here. I've also got some vinegar measured out. I'm going to pour the vinegar very carefully using my best sciencing. Ooh. Ooh. And don't worry, nothing's going to happen to this yet. Okay. Now, to show you the reaction, I have got this balloon here with the bicarbonate in, and the reason I've got this balloon is so we can collect some of the gas. Okay, so put the balloon nice and tight over the top, and now I can pour Woo! Look at that! It feels like it's going to blow up at any moment. Okay, so you can see that there is a lot of carbon dioxide that we have generated. It's still generating it in here. Give the bottle a shake. Ooh, I thought it was about to explode then. And so, what has happened? Let's just put you down over here for a moment. You just calm down, please. Let's just put you gently over there. Don't explode. There. Don't explode. I've got it. Right. So what has happened is the acetic acid and the sodium bicarbonate have reacted together to create a new compound called carbon dioxide. There's some other stuff in there as well. We're not really so worried about the sodium acetate that's created. But that's all well and good. We've collected the gas in a balloon. But what happens if we collect the gas in something else? Now, I know you're thinking, like, Mr. Sheffield, how else can you collect some balloons? How else can you collect some gas? Well, with some washing up liquid. So if you've got some washing up liquid at home, you might notice when you do the dishes for your parents, because you're very helpful, lovely children, and you all help your parents with the washing up, you'll notice that there's lots of bubbles in the sink. And those bubbles there's bits of air that have been trapped by this. So we're going to trap the air, not in a balloon, we're going to try and trap the carbon dioxide in some bubbles. So to do that, I've got exactly the same vinegar over here. I've dyed it orange, so it's a little bit easier for you to see what's going on. I've also got some sodium bicarbonate here, and actually, you know what? I don't like the fact it's in a powder. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to mix it with a tiny bit of water. We're going to create what's called a slurry. Okay, so just over here, there we go. So with my dash of water, I stir it round, and now I've got a lovely mix of sodium bicarbonate and water. I've also got a mix of vinegar, food colouring, and washing up liquid. Okay. I'm going to be sensible Think about that, Mr Sheffield being sensible, honestly. Right, I'm going to pour this into there, and in theory, what will happen is all of those bubbles of carbon dioxide will get trapped by the washing up liquid, and it will expand into a huge billow of foam. Woo! Hey! Now, I'm lucky enough that I'm an adult. I have to be responsible for this, and I have to clean this up. If you're doing this experiment, it's a really good idea if you promise that you're going to be the one that cleans up afterwards. So you can see here our jug of foam has gone everywhere. We've got a huge bowl of foam that we've made as well. We have made our very own volcano. Now, before we end this video, there's one more question. A scientist always asks good questions. The question is, I used 200 millilitres of vinegar for this explosion. What happens if I use 2 litres of vinegar? What happens if I use 10 times as much vinegar as that explosion right there? Well, let's find out. Okay, so here we are down in the amphitheatre of the school, and we have our 2 litres of vinegar, which are going to go into our pots right here. 2 whole litres. Bear in mind, remember that ridiculous mess that I just made upstairs with 200 millilitres? This, woo, is 2 litres of vinegar. That's going to be interesting. We also need to add our washing up liquid. Now the washing up liquid, remember, captures all of those tiny little carbon dioxide bubbles that form. I'm going to put in that much of washing up liquid, and to capture those bubbles, make them look really cool, we're going to dye our mixture orange. Ooh, look at that. Now, just because this is vinegar, make sure you don't put it on your chips, because look, it's got tons of washing up liquid in. You don't want that on your chips. Going to give it a nice big stir. Beautiful. Woo. Right, so I'm going to move this out of the way. And a big warning, okay? Upstairs I said, don't try this at home without permission. What I'm going to say now, do not try this at home at all, okay? I don't think your parents will want you to make this much mess. Right, I've got my bicarbonate. You can see that the bicarbonate has settled down the bottom of the cylinder. So what I'm going to do is just mix it up by pouring it from one cylinder to another, because I don't want that to be at the bottom. I want to have a nice big slurry. Okay. Making a big mess.
Terrible mess.
I am making a bit of a mess, but it's okay, because I know in a minute I'm probably going to be making a little bit more mess than this. Right, are we ready? I think we are. Woohoo! Check that out! How cool is that, guys? I made a little bit of a mess. Oh,
Or maybe
right.
a big bit of a mess. Oh no.
So you guys got to clean this up now, okay?
What? Mama, you made the mess.
You've watched the mess happen and you did nothing to stop me, so it's your mess to clean up now. Bye, guys.